it feels like it's only really us in Barcelona who was sitting pretty, and there's going to be absolute carnage tomorrow night, and there's going to be 1 minute people have qualified, the next minute they haven't, so we just get to sit back and just enjoy it, watch it all unfold.
Yeah, and I have enjoyed the new format. I really have enjoyed the new format, and there's a few people who are saying it's it's easier because Liverpool have obviously glided past everyone, but I think having to win 7 games on the bounce before you qualified shows it's probably tougher to qualify, and the amount of teams that can go out on the last day, it's going to make for a dramatic one, but I'm made up that we're not part of it. In terms of what happens at Liverpool, it shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't matter. I mean, first and second get kept apart.
Home second, which is what you want.
Home second, which is what you want. So there's no real onus on tonight's game, on tomorrow's game at all, but there's something about winning every game in the group stage which sort of sends a message across Europe and sends a message to the Premier League teams that were playing as well, that Liverpool are still in form. And just knowing what the manager's like, he won't want to get beat, will he?
I think defensively as well, we've looked a lot better, and I'd like that to continue. It's a shame you don't get a clean sheet at the weekend. I think Alisson was probably sort of a little bit disappointed to concede that corner right at the end. But listen, it's understandable. You know, the intensity's dropped a bit. You know, there's bigger games coming up. A lot of changes, which I think does, you know, subs coming on, which I think does affect you know, at set pieces, sort of who's doing what. But until 90 minutes in that game, it was a clean sheet. It was a clean sheet against Brentford. There's also the week before as well. And so I think, for me, I think defensively, you know, listen, if we keep a clean sheet, then we win the game, because you'd always back us to score with the firepower we've got. But I think like a nice solid, you know, win to continue this run of solid professional performances, I think would be nice.
I think the reason why the level will be there tomorrow night is you make changes, and those who are coming in, not just playing against PSV, they're playing for a place in the title race, they're playing for the place in the European Cup running, which is starting to feel very, very real for us as fans. So as players, they'll be thinking the exact same thing. I look at Elliott and the way he's kicked on the past couple of weeks. He'll be looking to make a mark in a game like PSV, to put himself in contention for Premier League places, getting more minutes in the league. So that's the good news. Those that come in won't be on the holidays, won't be playing like the qualified. Those who come in will be playing for the place in the first 11 in big games. But it's one for us to enjoy, in it really. Have a look at the other players that are coming in. Don't get too stressed out about the results. It's been intense so far this season, hasn't it? So it's not a nothing game, but it is a nothing game. But we can not worry too much about the results.
Were those the kind of players that you'd be picking, and the ones you'd be hungry to show what they're about? Because you can talk about Western players and the benefits of that, but I agree with you in that, you know, I'd rather be looking at it in a positive way and thinking pick players who've got something to prove. Because listen, you can pick Ryan Gravenberch in this game if you want, but you know, he'll play well because he's a good player, but you'll be thinking, oh, I want to look after myself here. You know, it's not the bigger sort of games coming. Whereas if you pick Harvey Elliott, he's going to do what you've just said there, which is go, I want to grab this opportunity. And listen, I might not start against Bournemouth, whatever happens, but you know, I'm in the manager's mind for either, you know, first sub or changes sort of in the future. And I'd always look at it like that in these sorts of games, where it's not the be all and end all if you win. Who's going to be the most hungry on the pitch, because they're going to perform better.
We got it slightly wrong last week. We talked upstairs. We were in here doing the pre-match meal last week, and we suggested that we're nearly qualified already, and there'll be lots of changes. Endo will come in, but he didn't. Gravenberch played, and that's probably because there was still actually a job to do. Whereas this one, I do feel there will be changes, but. Yeah, I repeat, those who come in, I want to see a look at Chiesa. No, Mo will want to play because he loves his Champions League goals and he loves his Champions League appearances. But I want to see plenty of Chiesa because he's looked really bright. I want to see Elliott. I want to see Nunes after Brentford. Yeah. I don't want to see Gravenberch, just because even though he's awesome, and even though I'm starting to believe that he can play every week and can stay at this level every week, you just don't want something stupid happening in a game which doesn't matter too much in terms of points. So whether that's Endo, whether that's a Morton, I don't know. But those that come in will, like I say, will be playing for the place in the title race and playing for more minutes. So I don't expect the level for Liverpool to drop, because I genuinely believe that our bench and our squad is one of the strongest across Europe.